Hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about the ongoing Omicron wave in India and what precautions can we take to reduce its impact. So let's start. We know that the number of cases of Omicron are rising rapidly in India. In the coming few days and few weeks, we are probably going to see a doubling of cases every 2 days. That means, for example, if today we have 35,000, within 2 days, this number will go to 70,000, and another 2 days, it will go to 1,40,000, and so on. So this is what has been noted in other countries like US, UK, and South Africa. So before going into further details, first we see what is Omicron, how is it different from COVID or SARS-CoV-2, the original COVID virus originated in Wuhan of China in the late 2019. So far we have seen many variants like alpha variant, for example, was first found in UK, and beta variant first found in South Africa. And then we have seen in the last summer, we have seen the Delta variant, which was first found in India. And we have seen lakhs of people contacting this virus and they were hospitalized, and many people unfortunately died during the second wave during May and June last year. Now, in the recent days, the number of Omicron cases are increasing rapidly. But is it a thing to worry about? We should really worry or not? This we will discuss now. So although the number of cases are increasing everywhere, all over the world, in US, UK, Israel, Europe, South Africa, everywhere it's increasing. But still, the good news is most of the cases are mild. So what are the symptoms they are noting in Omicron infection? So normal symptoms they have seen in US and UK are sore throat, headache, tiredness, cold and running nose. These are the most commonly observed symptoms. And also in South Africa, they have seen that people who are infected with Omicron, they are getting a lot of sweat during the night times. So these are some of the symptoms. How the symptoms are different from the previous Delta or Alpha variants is that people are not losing smell and taste in Omicron infection. So you will still have the sense of smell and sense of taste. Most probably you will have this during the Omicron infection, but in the case of Delta and Alpha, this was not the case. And high fever is also not seen in Omicron. It's not a very common symptom. So you will not see 101 or 102 fevers in Omicron. One very good news about Omicron is that they are not experiencing any lung infection. So only the upper respiratory tract, only you have some sneezing, some cough, sore throat, but lung infection is not seen. You will not experience fall in oxygen levels, fall in oxygen saturation. So you should not worry at all. And few more things I would like to point out here. So first, people who are already vaccinated with 2 doses, they can still get Omicron, because this Omicron variant, with respect to the Wuhan virus that was detected in China, Omicron has more than 30 mutations in the spike protein, the main protein that it uses to bind to human receptors. This protein has more than 30 changes, 30 changes, more than that. So therefore, our vaccines, which we were prepared against the original Wuhan virus, like AstraZeneca vaccine, Bharat Biotech's Covaxin or Covishield or whatever, Pfizer, Moderna, everything. Vaccines are not that much effective, especially the antibodies generated against this Wuhan virus by vaccines. They are not that much effective, but still the vaccines do help. For example, even if antibodies are not that much effective, you can still get protection from cell-mediated immunity that was previously triggered by the vaccines. This cell-mediated immunity will help you for fighting the infection. And one more thing is innate immunity. This is the immunity that reacts within few minutes of the infection. That means innate immunity was trained by our vaccines, or if you had a previous infection from Delta or Beta or Alpha, your innate immunity is trained. It has practiced in nets. Now it's ready to play the cricket match, the real cricket match. Innate immunity, cell-mediated immunity, it got trained during the previous vaccination or previous infection. So these immunities will still help. So the first thing is you should get vaccinated, fully vaccinated, both doses. Either you are taking Covaxin or Covishield, get both doses. If you got only one dose, then go and get the second dose when it is your turn. Because this prepares, this is a net practice for your immune system, right? So this is the most important thing. Then recently government started giving vaccination to people from 15 to 18 years. They are getting vaccination. So they should also go and take the 2 doses as per the prescribed schedule they get. And one more thing is people who are older than 60 and if they have comorbidities, after January 10th, they can possibly get a booster vaccine dose. My personal opinion is it is better to take Covaxin as booster compared to Covishield. I don't know what government recommends because Covaxin is a full virus vaccine, whereas Covishield, it only took genetic material of the spike protein, which changed a lot now. Spike protein changed a lot now. So my hypothesis is this Covishield might be less effective because spike protein has changed. Covaxin, on the other hand, has other proteins like nuclear protein and so on. So Covaxin possibly will be little more effective than Covishield. So if you have an option, you can better take Covaxin as the booster dose. Most of Indian population recently got second dose. Some people recently got first dose actually. Most of the population recently got second dose. So still there are lots of antibodies in most of the Indian population. But in US and Israel, the situation was different. They got first and second doses probably in February or March 2021. So it's been very long, more than 10 months. So for them, the booster is an immediate requirement, but most of the Indian population got second dose in September, October, and some people did not even get second dose until now. So in India, getting 2-dose vaccine is more important than getting the booster, I would say. Because already most of the people recently got the second dose and they have good immunity. They have a good number of antibodies. And also some immunologists like Professor Gopardhan Das are of the opinion that since Omicron is very mild infection, if you have 2 vaccine doses, Omicron may itself act as a booster and it will improve the increase the number of antibodies. So first one, get double vaccinated. Second, you take some precautions like take lots of fluids, take lots of water, lots of buttermilk, and eat food that is rich in proteins and fats like eggs, ghee, butter, and fluids like water, buttermilk, coconut water. These are all good for improving your innate immunity, which is the immunity that reacts immediately when you get an infection. So these are precautions you can take to improve your immunity. So this is the second point that I would like to mention. Third, most important thing, don't panic. Because we have seen that during May and June 2021, the situation was really horrible. Most of the people were getting hospitalized. And one main reason is, of course, the Delta variant, but one other main reason is the panic created by media. And when you panic, your immunity will not act effectively. So because of panic and some mistreatment given by some doctors during the second wave, for example, some doctors used antibiotics, high-dose steroids in early stages of infection, which collapsed the immune system. So on first day or second day or third day, don't take any antibiotics, don't take any steroids. And finally, the fourth most important thing is, so people are talking about lockdowns, curfews, night curfews, weekend curfews. My opinion is that none of these will help. No way they are going to help. Of course, as much as possible, try to avoid crowded places and try to maintain social distance. That's the best we can do. So I hope my suggestions are useful to you. If you like this video, just share it with your friends and subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you very much.